Hey, what's going on, everyone? I am back. Today is September the 5th, 2022. We are going to talk about Paul Krugman today and how he's trying to tell us that Bitcoin is useless. We're going to look at this particular article right here and try to figure out if he's actually accurate in his presumption about Bitcoin. And then at the end, as always, I come through and give you all a price prediction as to what I'm noticing on the price chart for Bitcoin so that we can be prepared for the next move. So if you guys appreciate my videos and my content, hit the like button, share the video, and also subscribe here to my channel. Now, real quick, this article came out on September the 3rd from Markets Insider. And you guys can see that I highlighted the title of this video, or highlighted the title of this article. Nobel laureate Paul Krugman has slammed Bitcoin as pointless, wasteful, and in large part a Ponzi scheme. Here are the economists' 12 best quotes about crypto over the past 10 years. Now, what I'm going to do, okay, as an exercise, we're going to supplement the word cryptocurrency or Bitcoin for fiat. Okay, we're just going to transform or replace crypto and Bitcoin with the word fiat, and we're going to go through some of his quotes, and I want you all to kind of see how fiat can kind of play the same role as Bitcoin. So if he's actually trying to tell us that Bitcoin is useless, it's wasteful, it's pointless, and it's a Ponzi scheme, then if we just replace Bitcoin with fiat, we would get the same type of idea about fiat currency and how it always goes back to zero, talking about fiat currency. So real quick, let's go through this article real quick and look at these quotes that he said, and then we'll go ahead and do a quick video at the end looking at the price prediction for Bitcoin. All right. Paul Krugman has been a scathing critic of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies for at least 10 years. Now look at him. Now, is he the future, or is the younger generation the future? Would you expect these type of individuals of his caliber, of his age, of his wisdom to really direct what is going to be best for the up and coming generation? It is the up and coming generation that's going to dictate what they value. If it's going to be Bitcoin, then so be it. Just like during his time period when he was young, his people, his elders that was in front of him valued fiat currency. They valued the dollar, they valued the yuan, they valued the pound. Before then, those other individuals value gold and silver and precious metals. So you guys can see it's a transition that goes on in time, and the up and coming generation is the determiners or the determinants who's able to say what they want to utilize as a medium of exchange. Just think about that. Now let's go ahead and go through these quotes real quick. And instead of going through and utilizing utilize his quote word for word, I'm just going to place fiat in terms of cryptocurrency or Bitcoin, wherever it is in his quote. Okay. So here it is. Quote number 4. Fiat has no backstop, no tether to reality. Their value depends entirely on self-fulfilling expectation, which means that the total collapse is a real possibility. If speculators were to have a collective moment of doubt, suddenly fearing that fiat were worthless, well, fiat would become worthless. That has been literally the case of historical reasoning that shows us that fiat does go to zero, that it loses its value. So that's pretty true for fiat currency. Let's go to another quote that he says. There might be a potential equilibrium in which fiats, although probably not other fiats, remain in use mainly for black market transactions and tax evasion. But that equilibrium, if it exists, will be hard to get from here. Once the dream of a fiat future dies, the disappointment will probably collapse the whole thing. Do you think that's going to be the course of the fiat currency that's currently being established, that's in use today? Of course, fiat will go to zero. Let's go to number 6. Fiat has been, also, I wanted to mention that fiat currency, it's amazing how these elderly individuals try to placate and act like Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are the only thing being utilized for tax evasion and black market deals, when cash is king. How do you think many of the transactions that's going on today, or even before the advent of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, what were they using on the black markets? What were people doing to evade taxes? Oh, that's right. They was using fiat currency. So it's kind of like a void. It doesn't justify his position as to why Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is not good and it's baseless and wasteless. That doesn't even fly at all. Let's go to number 6. Fiat has been effectively marketed. It manages both to seem futuristic and to appeal to old style gold bug fears that the government will inflate away your savings, which is true. Fiat currency, with inflation and recession and the printing of more fiat currency, it has dwindled away your savings. And huge past gains have drawn in investors worried about missing out. So fiat has become a large asset class, even though nobody can clearly explain what legitimate purpose is for. What is the purpose of fiat currency? Oh, outside of it being forced and used for the majority of the populations of the world. A medium of exchange. Okay. So Bitcoin and cryptocurrency can be the same thing. It can be used as a medium of exchange as well. Let's go on. Let's go to quote number 10. If you believe, as I do, that fiat is to a large extent a Ponzi scheme, this may just happen to be the moment when the scheme has run out of new suckers. When the population and citizens of the world of these other world governments come to realization that they don't want to use paper anymore, what do you think will be the end result of that fiat currency? Yeah, it'll go to zero. People won't use that. They'll go to something else, which is going to be the future of cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin. That is why the Federal Reserve is trying to create their own central bank digital currency. They're doing that right now. And I think they're talking about letting that come out in the beginning of 2023. So rather than staying on the fiat train, even the Federal Reserve realizes that cryptocurrency is the way to go. That is the futuristic way of how we will utilize a medium of exchange. So what is Paul talking about? This article right here will go in the history books of individuals who got cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin wrong. All of these quotes. Because the only thing that I've done on this particular article or his quotes was simply replace cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin with fiat. And it all makes sense even in the terms of fiat currency. Isn't that amazing? So now let's go ahead and get to the price chart though for Bitcoin, because I also like to add in my own presumption as to where price is going to go. I want to give y'all a very different perspective as to how to look at information, how to look at other people's opinions, because if it doesn't gel with the price chart, we don't follow what those individuals are trying to tell us. Now, I did a video in Bitcoin yesterday, right? To where Vitalik Buterin is saying that he has some major concerns with Bitcoin in the long run. What I'm seeing right now on the chart though for Bitcoin is that the market buyers are definitely coming in, right? You guys can see that my overall prediction is for Bitcoin to continue to go down. But man, look at this. Look at all of these days that Bitcoin has maintained its price right here around $19,500, $600 or so. This tells me that buyers are still here. So we can see the market and Bitcoin go up higher. Yes, we can see that. But now the question is, how high? Should we let some of the profit go now? Because we are in profit when you look at the chart. We are up currently in the play in Bitcoin around 7.5%. Do we need to let it go? Because when I look at this chart on the 2 weeks, the market in Bitcoin is still massively weak. So I don't want us to get caught off guard just because on a daily time frame, we're seeing the buyers hold support around 19,500. Let's not get sidetracked and think that the market is through going down, because when you see it on the 2 weeks chart, Bitcoin is definitely weak. So I'm going to continue to keep it the same, but I just wanted to mention that I am seeing buyers support Bitcoin's price right there around $19,600 or so. So yeah, we could see a small move higher over the next couple of days. Just want to bring that to your attention. All right, I'm through. Give me your thoughts about Paul Krugman. What do you think about Bitcoin? What is the future of cryptocurrencies? And also, if you would, you guys can drop me your price target in Bitcoin as well. Make sure you maintain the profitability. And as always, trade different.